Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tool review is going to be for a tool holster, and this is from Spider Tool Holster. Now, I've actually had their products for quite some time. I've had their original version, been using it for a long time, and I absolutely loved it whenever I first got it because there wasn't really anything else out there that made me feel more secure about holding my tools than this product right here. Well, they've since come out with a Pro version that deals with some drill pins, and there's some bonuses to that, also some bonuses to the holster part of it itself. That actually make that a better fit in certain situations than the original, but then some of you are still going to need to use the original because this one won't work on certain tools and this and that. So my goal today is to go over what the differences are between the new one, the old one. I'll show it to you in use. I'll show it to you how it fits on some of the tools that I have, but I still use all three of these versions. There's not one of them, that's just been a replacement for everything, because there's certain tools and certain situations where one works better than the other between this Pro version, the original version, or the Nohlster, which I absolutely love. Is probably my favorite one of the bunch so far, depending upon how I'm using it. So again, that's going to be the goal with this video today. I'll probably put some chapters down below to kind of put you maybe in the right spot if you're only interested in one thing. I hope to do that anyway, so check that out if I get to rambling about a certain thing. But that's my goal. Let's go ahead and get into these tool holsters. So let's start out with the cost. So the Spider Pro is going to run you $30, and what you get with that is this one holster right here, and then you get two drill pins. I've got one here, I've got one over there on that M12 drill already. So you get a set of two pins, so if you run two different drills, and you can basically carry one at a time inside your holster, but you can already have these set up on those two drills. And they give you 6 screws. There's 6 different screws with this. It says it fits many drills. I'll put a list of them up here. Pretty much for the most part, all the brand names are on there, and then it says and many more. But again, it gets into, it still isn't going to fit every tool within that platform. There's certain characteristics about this that you're going to have to look for to make sure that it fits. And then they give you, again, 6 screws. It's 3 sets of 2 of the same screws. So it's a M3, an M4, and then I think it was a 632 screw or something like that. So that way, if you've got 2 of the same type of brand of drill and you want to set this up on both of them, you have 2 screws to be able to set those up with. So 30 bucks, that's what you get. And then with the original, you're going to get the original holster here along with a strap with the ball pin on it. So this will fit on any drill. It doesn't matter, as long as you've got a handle that this right here will reach around. It just comes around like so. It's got the Velcro strap right here. You can put that on there, and then you have that pin on the side, and you would think that that would get in your way, but you can see with my hand in its normal position, it's really never in the way, unless the only time it really becomes a problem is if you're a person who switches hands a lot with your drills. Sometimes that can be the case, but this is something that's kind of will fit on about anything with a handle, so it doesn't have to be brand specific. They do provide you with a zip tie. This isn't the one they provide you with. I got rid of mine a long time ago. But there's also a slot up in there where you can slide this through if you want to and wrap that around for extra security. I've absolutely never used a zip tie, and I've never had a problem with mine coming off. Now you're probably thinking, well, it's M12 tools, not that heavy, it's probably not a big deal, but I've had it on my rotary hammers with the vacuum attachment even on it, and it still didn't come off. I haven't had any problems. So that's what you get with this one, and that's going to run you $21 for the one holster, and then also the one strap with the zip tie. And then the Nohlster clip, which I carry on my tape measure and one of my main tape measures, and then also my surge there. That one's going to run you $25 a piece. And again, that doesn't work on every single drill out there or all those things. It does fit on many of them. And again, I've got a review video for this one as far as for going in great detail on that one if you want to look at that. But I'm mostly just going to talk about in this video these two, along with why I use that one in certain situations instead of these, just to kind of help you see how I use these to help you maybe make the best decision on which one of these, or maybe there's 2 of these that you'd like to have, which ones would be best suited for you and your line of work. Again, you only know that. I don't know what you do. I'm just going to explain to you how I use these 3 things, and maybe that's going to help you. So let's go ahead and get into now the differences. In comparing the Spider Pro holster and the original, there's really, again, only 2 main differences for the most part. One is a pin that actually physically attaches to your drill. You can see it here on my M12 Impact. There's a screw that actually goes through the pin like so. Whatever size screw that you end up needing, it's got a screw with a shoulder. You slide that through, that replaces into the spot where your actual belt clip was originally. You just take that out and you swap it out, and you can see that there. So that's obviously going to be more permanent or more secure than that of a strap that you're going to take and strap that on and slide that around and use that in that direction, because that's going to come on and off. But then there's sometimes where maybe that's going to be in your way, or maybe this is going to be in your way, and it's a whole lot easier in the field to just take that off and not have it at the time and then put it back on if you're going to put it in and out of your holster. So that's the main difference, or one of the main differences when you look at the attachment point of it. The other difference is going to be the holster itself. The Spyder Pro holster, it has a bigger slot up here to catch basically your pin or your attachment on side of that, because these are interchangeable. I can take this drill pin here that came with the Pro holster. It can still go in and out of the old holster, and what it does, this pin goes down in there. You can see that little lever that catches, the pin goes down below that lever, that locks it in to where it won't come out until you pull up on that lever to free it, so you can pull it in and out. So the Pro pins still work with the old holsters, and then also the old wraparound kind, they work on the Pro ones as well. So they're all interchangeable. So if you've already got a set of these, and maybe the features that you like on this holster you like better, and you just want to get this, you could do that as well. So the big difference is you got more room to drop it into. But the biggest thing to me, and the whole reason why I even really wanted this, is because this one is only set up where your trigger is on this side, or your lever to release is right here, which is fine if you're right-handed. You're probably never going to have a problem with it, because on most tools, if you're right-handed, you're going to just slide that in, and then as I grab a hold of that on my way back up, I'm going to hit that with my thumb, and it's going to release, and that's going to work out just fine. That's exactly where I'd want it to be. But if you're left-handed and you swap this over to the other side, it's going to always be backwards. It's never going to work out well. But there's also times when you're right-handed, for this M12 for example, because of my belt loop or my belt hook location where that is, if I slide that in there, I would actually rather my trigger be right here, because I could hit it with my thumb as I came up this way. Right now it's kind of up there in an awkward spot, and I've got to reach all the way around my drill to get that. So you're always stuck with this release being right here on this side with that old holster versus the new one. It is exchangeable, so it's already set up to be on the same side as the original right there. But you can see these two screws here. This is the filler, and then this is the lever, the release lever. I can take and I can swap those out. As you can see here, I'll go ahead and do that here. And that allows you to swap sides. So now I've got basically a way to release it on this side of it or on this side of it with that Pro holster. So now you can see if I had this on my right side and I use this M12 drill, I slide that in, it's locked into place. But now as I go down to grab it, I could catch that release lever with my thumb and slide that right out. Won't be any problem at all. So works really well. That's the biggest feature to me, and why you would want this Pro holster. Again, whether you have whether you're left-handed or whether there's a certain tool, whether you're M12, and there may be some other tools. I don't have every tool to try out, but this has the flexibility to be able to swap this around. That's what makes this nicer to me. So as far as the tools that it works on, I only have a few different brands here to try it out on. You know, I'm not one of those big tool reviewer guys yet that get tools from all these companies just shipped to me and got a big wall full of them. I've really only got the ones that I use on a daily basis, and then I borrowed a DeWalt one from my buddy just to see if it would work on that. But other than that, you pretty much have to just check that screw size. Maybe you can Google whatever brand drill you have, what is the belt clip screw size, and if it's one of those, it should work. The only other thing you're looking for is you can see that little lip right there. That sets right over the top of right there where your belt clip is. So you kind of have to have, it needs to be kind of outset from your tool a little bit to allow you to set that over the top of that. Because for example, my M12 pin nailer, it's got the same kind of threaded screw as my M18 drills, but there's nowhere for that little nub to go to. It's never going to set flat. It's not going to work unless I shave that off. I could probably shave that off and make it work if I wanted to, but it's not going to work on every tool, and again, that's why they're called drill pins. So as far as your M18, this is the M18 Surge. It fits on there great. You just basically set that on here like that. You find the right screw that works with it, slide that in. It takes a 3/32 hex head, and you just tighten it up like that, and it sets in the same place where your belt clip sets. So if you don't mind where your belt clip is, it's going to basically be in that same place, and then you can see that there. And again, I used this setup here recently. I was doing some replacement windows. We were making those windows bigger, so I ended up taking off the siding and all sorts of things like that. Working around, we got those replaced. I used this all day long, several days in a row, trying this out, and I really did like this belt clip on here. I didn't have any problems with it feeling not secure whatsoever, and you know, going up and down ladders, up and down that lift, contorting yourself around, all those things, no issue whatsoever. And I actually like this better on the M18 than the Nohlster, just because of the location of it more than anything. I like for it to have some give in it, some wiggle room, because the Nohlster is extremely secure, but I like it on the smaller tools and where the location of it is on that M12, because it doesn't really matter. The tool doesn't need to move. It's not too big to where I need it to move with me, because a good example of that is this collated screwdriver gun from Milwaukee. That's a really big tool, and I put that drill pin on here as well, as you can see here. And then whenever you have that on your side, it's very nice that it's not really just stuck to you. Like, you want it to kind of be able to swing a little bit so that it can move as you move, because it's such a big tool and you want it to be able to do that. So again, that's what I'm looking at for myself, or my recommendation to you is certain tools, it's better if they do move with you as you move and swing a little bit. So you got to kind of find that middle ground of which one you think is going to work the best for you. I like personally the Nohlster on the M12 tools because it's such a small tool, and wherever I've got that on my body, it's never really going to be in my way. If I'm bent over or if I'm kneeling down or whatever, it doesn't matter if that doesn't move with me. Whereas you get into some big tools, it's going to be a problem. I was hoping to be able to put it onto my Milwaukee M18 brad nailer. I was a little worried about the weight, didn't know how that was going to hold up, and that might be why they don't make these pins to fit these, because they kind of got like, I mean, you don't have a lot of screw there, but this screw inside of here is much bigger than any of the screws that are provided. It's also kind of set back in there a little weird, although it does have a thing that sticks out. You could possibly make it work if you wanted to drill out something, or maybe find yourself, you could reuse this screw with that pin, but you'd have to drill the hole bigger in the pin, and then, you know, I can't guarantee you that that was going to be safe. But this is another one of those tools where I was actually hoping I might be able to use that drill pin. Didn't work on that. Same thing on the DeWalt. It's recessed back in there. And again, it's a heavier tool as well, so it might not have worked well for that. So pretty much, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's called a drill pin for a reason. You might be able to find some other tools that you can stick it on, but for the most part, I think it's kind of intended for drills. I did put it on this DeWalt here, as you can see there. I forgot to get a battery for my buddy, so you got to kind of imagine a battery on there. But it's not much different than the M18. It did take a different screw than what the M18's one took, obviously, but it fits on there just the same. So I do know that it works with DeWalt drills. I do know that it works with Milwaukee drills. Other than that, I can't really tell you. And I would recommend probably buying the drill pins over these if it does fit your drill. But then again, this one's more of a universal thing, that I can put this on my pin nailer. I can even put this on my brad nailer and use it if I want to, and it still works fine for those. I've put it on some heavier tools. So this one is more universal, but it is super nice. The size thing's not a big deal to me. I do like being able to change that lever over, left hand, right hand, being able to give myself flexibility for that. And now I can also dual wield two tools, one on the left and one on the right, that might need to be handled the same way. That flexibility is pretty nice on that. I think it's worth it. For this holster, I like the pins better than that if it does work on your drill, but again, that's what you got to figure out. And ultimately, I do prefer the Nohlster on my smaller tools, because I don't need that flexibility, I don't need that range. I like it on my tape measure, I like it on my Surge. But again, every one of them is different. Every one of us is different. I'm just trying to give you the, more so than anything, just the features of how this is different than the original. The rest of it's just bonus footage. Maybe you need to know it, maybe you didn't, but I hope it was useful in some way. But you guys can let me know in the comments below if you've got any questions, comments, whatever it is. Throw those down there, and as always, I hope you guys stay safe, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.